What's going on, guys? Rob Silva here with Century 21 Northeast. I've been getting this question a lot lately. Is it better to buy or is it better to rent? Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of each. Choosing whether to buy or to rent is a huge lifestyle decision and also has a big impact on your financial health. And at the end of the day, it is all about personal preference and lifestyle decisions, but there are a lot of pros and cons you want to weigh before you make an ultimate decision. Perhaps the biggest advantage to renting versus owning is flexibility. You know exactly when your lease starts, when your lease is going to end, and if you're on a month-to-month lease, you only have to give the landlord a 30-day notice, depending on the state that you're in. But at the end of the day, it's also a lot less responsibility. You don't have to handle the repairs. That responsibility falls on the landlord. That's not your problem. The other side of that is that homeownership brings a lot of intangible benefits to the table, including stability, a sense of belonging, pride of ownership, and there are plenty of tangible benefits to owning versus renting as well. That includes tax benefits, and the big one, equity. For those of you who don't know, home equity is simply the homeowner's value of interest in their own property. So in other words, home equity is the value of the home minus any liens attached to the property, such as a mortgage. So if your mortgage is $500,000, but the value of the home is actually $600,000, you have $100,000 worth of equity in your home. So over time, the homeowner gains more equity in their property as they pay down the principal and assuming the property's value appreciates over time. You also want to keep in mind that when you rent, you know exactly what you're going to be paying every month. Whereas when you own, you might spend a lot more one month compared to the next because you might have to take care of a capital expenditure such as a roof, plumbing, things like that. So there's definitely a little bit more risk when you're owning, but you also get to reap the rewards. Another side piece here is that most mortgages range from 15 to 30 years. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to occupy that property for 15 to 30 years. A lot of first-time home buyers, they'll buy their first home, and then when they eventually move out, they rent that property. That becomes the first investment for them, creating additional cash flow and passive income every month. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was just a brief little intro between buying versus renting. If you or anyone you know have any questions about either process, please get in touch with me anytime. As always, all the best this new year, and I'll talk to you soon.